So, welcome back guys to a very exciting day for ARK Survival Evolved, and the reason why it is so exciting is because it is the announcement day for what is coming to ARK, what the next step for the game is, and obviously after a few weeks of research, we obviously came to the conclusion that we think it is going to be ARK Survival Evolved 2. I'm going to be giving you all the information that you need to know about the announcement today, guys. I will be live streaming in about 8.5 hours time to be precise. Very, very excited for that stream, guys. So I do recommend, if you are watching this video and you are new around here, make sure to be subscribed. And if you're subscribed already and you don't have notifications turned on, I really recommend you turn on notifications, because obviously it's like the little bell next to the subscribe button, and as soon as I go live, you will get notified instantly to come and join the stream so you do not miss out on any of the reveal. We're going to be talking about so much, guys, and I am really looking forward to this. Make sure, guys, to smash that like button if you are excited. I know this is crazy to ask, because I usually, for big stuff, I ask for 1,000 likes. But if we could try to all together as a community to hit 2,000 likes on today's video, that would be insane. Let's see if we can do it, guys. It's going to be such a big day for ARK, and let's get on with the video. So if you haven't really seen a lot of the videos recently and you haven't been as interested in ARK, you may not know that there is the Game Awards that is going on today, which is obviously December the 10th. Wildcard have mentioned for the last few weeks that they prepared a special announcement for ARK fans that you don't want to miss. It all starts on the Game Awards December the 10th, and obviously, as I said, my stream will be starting around about 11 PM UK time, if you obviously want to know what time it is going live. So the reason why this is so big is people, well, a lot of people, including myself, think this is going to be the next chapter for ARK, the next new game. A lot of other people think as well that it could be a game mode, such as, the next sort of Battle Royale, sorry, I couldn't speak. So like a more updated version of Survival of the Fittest, which for me, I would be happy with either. Whether we got a new Battle Royale separate game mode, I think that would be fantastic. But there is that extra bit of excitement at the fact of a whole new ARK game coming your way. Now, a lot of people have been saying to me that, I've been seeing mixed responses. I've been seeing about 60% of people saying they want ARK 2 and 40% of people saying they don't. People saying that they do, like myself, the reason why I like to see it is because obviously it makes the game more sort of, new, it makes it fresh, exciting, and we can obviously have a game which hopefully might not be as buggy as we've had in the past. We'll see so many new maps. It will just be like restarting from fresh again. And a lot of the reason why people have said they don't want it to be ARK Survival Evolved 2 is because they'll lose so much progress from the past, and all of the stuff and all of the maps from before just won't mean anything. In my opinion, and the reason why I am an ARK 2 supporter is because, one, obviously Wildcard need to keep supporting their game by making income, and two, games like Call of Duty, other games like that, you grind so long, you grind hours and hours and hours, and then you build up to the highest prestige on multiplayer and get loads of kills. And then on FIFA, if you're a FIFA fan, you build up an ultimate team and try and get the best cards possible. And then the next year, it means absolutely nothing. And this is what I like about ARK, because it's a completely free, you buy the game, and you have the potential to buy DLCs, and you can literally play the game for free and build up. Whereas these other games are charging you microtransactions, and then all of that money the next year means nothing. So that's why I'm a supporter, and obviously change is always great, and I really, really cannot wait. Imagine an ARK game where for console there is so many more options. You've got things like classic PvP, different game modes, mod support. Imagine this upgraded version of ARK Survival Evolved that you don't, and I know you're thinking to yourself you're going to lose all the progress that you're playing right now, but think of a more updated, better graphics, less lag, and a whole new storyline. I think it'll be fantastic. Wildcard have said this is something they've never done prior, so they might not decide to go down a storyline mode, they might decide to do something else, but either way, I really want to find out. Now, this page was posted on March 2020, but as I mentioned in my last video, that a lot of the stuff on this page is actually a lot longer. And I'm actually going to read a little bit more into this, and the reason why is because I kind of just skipped to the ARK 2 part, but I feel like you guys will probably want to hear a lot more in this because it is very interesting to listen to. So ARK Studio Wildcard's unique survival game has lived longer than the developers expected, though it has no loot box or microtransaction. So when releasing the survival game ARK Survival Evolved, Studio Wildcard only intended to make 3 expansion copies for the game and then move on to other projects, which in my eyes I reckon was obviously Atlas, which they say here. Indeed, after completing the 3rd expansion pack called Extinction, they launched Atlas, an MMO based on the pirate themed, considered to be similar to ARK, developed by the sister studio Grapeshot Games. However, in August, Studio Wildcard suddenly announced 2 new expansion packs for ARK in the Season Pass called Genesis, which will be released obviously in December 2019, which is that one, and then now that has actually been changed and it is going to be the final part 2 is obviously March 2021. Now, the interesting thing is, I think Wildcard thought when they released Atlas, it was going to be this incredible pirate game that was like ARK, and it was one of the most played pirate games, and it had potential to do that. But unfortunately, it seemed a bit rushed, and it had a really awful launch. It was delayed, and it just felt horrible. It really did. And no disrespect to Atlas, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that still go on and enjoy it, but it felt like a less developed game than ARK, and it just really upset me because I thought this would have been the next step for survival, and I think a lot of people thought that was going to be like the biggest survival game to come out. It was going to be so popular, but it just really wasn't. The arrival of these 2 new DLCs shows one thing. ARK is very successful and is bringing big revenue for Studio Wildcard, although they don't sell virtual money or loot boxes in the game. Jesse said, "We could not have imagined that it would be this successful. That's why we made the new expansion pack, because it's clear that the gamers still love the game and still enjoy it and want to add new content." Obviously, I don't know if this is anything we really need to read here. It's just about how many copies ARK have sold and stuff. And this would have changed by now. They said that the method of selling DLC has helped Wildcard sell more than 16 million copies on both PC and console and 10 million mobile installs. But that's probably like nearly doubled now, apparently, since they last put this up, which is very good. And they said... Jesse proudly said that they have discovered a way to make a stable and long-term profit from ARK without having to rely on unpleasant methods like loot boxes or microtransactions. So he said, "We don't sell skins, we don't sell packages, but ARK is an online game with an official server and lots of operating costs. Therefore, it is very important for us to constantly attract new players, and one way to do so is create new content for old gamers to entice new people," said Jesse. The co-founder also... expressed pride that ARK did not sell skins or microtransaction measures, though it did not rule the possibility of finding out other sources of revenue in the future by saying, "Until now, make a major expansion each year has given the game profits to keep it growing. If we stop rolling out the new expansion pack, we won't have any stable sources of revenue. Then maybe we would have to look for a different profit model." Now, obviously, the Genesis Part 2 is the final expansion pack, which is why we all are pretty sure that this is going to be ARK 2. But anyway, we'll get to the ARK 2 bit in a second. So, as you know, ARK's life cycle has far exceeded Studio Wildcard's original expectations. What will happen in the future of ARK depends on the success of the 2 upcoming Genesis expansion packs, and depending on the reception of gamers, and the development team will have to make a decision for the future of the ARK game. So far, everything has been very promising, and you know, the first Genesis one was so popular, and the second one is en route to hit records that ARK have never hit before. So, of course, releasing too many DLCs can also harm the experience of novice gamers, making them feel too slow and unable to catch up with those who have played before. But Studio Wildcard says they try to avoid creating overwhelming feelings for gamers by separating the plot. You don't need to care too much about why this is here or what happens in the previous update. You can just jump in and play with your friends at any time on ARK's timeline, and I think this helps, you know, it helps the feeling of not having to catch back up, you know. That's what I really like about ARK as well. This is an interesting detail that you may want to know. By realizing that gamers still prefer ARK, Studio Wildcard had pushed back the development of ARK 2 I think they pushed back the development of ARK 2, like, you know, they've even confirmed they've pushed back the development of it, which kind of confirms that it's got to be ARK 2. And this was like 2.5 years ago to focus on creating Genesis for the current version. They changed their plans, reorganized the development team to ensure that millions of ARK gamers still had fresh content while ARK 2 gradually took shape. Jesse shared, that although ARK is an open world game with an open ending, he believes that ARK 2 will be a huge thing in the plot in terms of the storyline, while giving gamers the freedom to explore the vast and strange open world. With ARK 2, Jesse says, we need to give gamers something new that they don't get from ARK 1. We still don't know what it is, which they didn't before. We are not ready to talk about it, but we want to get rid of the framework of ARK, said the co-founder of Studio Wildcard. We will come up with an interesting idea about the next step for ARK, or the next step for the survival category. We don't want to release ARK 2 until we address these issues and let people see the clear difference between ARK 1 and ARK 2. Probably within a few years, then we'll see. So as I've mentioned, a few years have passed, and I suppose that's what we are, that's the next step now. That's what we are going to be finding out. At the Game Awards, December the 10th today, for my live stream, we are going to be seeing what the next step for ARK is. Now, if you do want to check out some of my other ARK 2 videos that I have covered, the most recent one was ARK 99%, ARK 2 99% confirmed. And the reason why I said 99, I probably could have said more about 90%. But the reason why is because Dodo Dex, an app, mentioned something about how they think it's going to be ARK 2. And lead community manager Cedric replied with "can't wait" as a little gif, which kind of gave us an indication of what it could be. It would be absolutely crazy now, after all of this research and all of this information that we have looked at, that it comes into this this reveal and it ends up not being ARK 2. It would be pretty disappointing, but I just cannot see now what else this could be. Very excited for this, guys. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Let's see if we can hit the 2,000 mark. Stream coming soon. It's going to be fun. Leave a like, and I'll catch you guys later.